everyone. Today is the fourth lecture for chapter 2 that we have been doing from past 3 lectures. Yes, we have had 3 lectures for chapter 2 so far, and today is the fourth lecture for chapter 2, and in order, overall this is your 12th lecture for the subject. Me, Payal Bhagat, Payal ma'am, your accountancy teacher. I will continue with the subject. Yes. So let us quickly revise what we have done so far. Yes. Starting from the beginning of chapter 2, the very first lecture, we have had an idea about a transaction. Yes, that the transaction should be a business transaction, should be economic transaction. Yes, should be, the transaction can be cash transaction or credit transaction, internal transaction, external transaction. Yes. Then we have had an idea about what is an economic transaction, what is a non-economic transaction. If we are talking about economic transactions, then we have learned its types. The chart of business transactions. Yes, business transaction can be divided as economic transaction and non-economic transaction. Economic transaction further, cash transaction, credit transaction and other transaction. Yes. Furthermore, internal transaction, external transaction. Yes. Then we have had an idea about how to recognize a transaction as economic or non-economic, and we have solved illustration 1 with same regard. Yes. Then we have understood about identification of cash transaction and credit transaction, that how do you recognize a transaction to be cash or credit. Yes. How do you recognize whether the transaction is a cash transaction or is a credit transaction? We have understood points for the same, and on this basis we have solved illustration 2. Yes, you were supposed to classify transactions as cash transaction or credit transaction. Yes. So then the main point, the main heading of the chapter, which is dual effect of transactions and types of accounts. Yes, dual effect of transactions. This topic we have learned in the last lecture itself. I think the previous lecture we have learned this topic, the dual effect of transactions. So what are the dual effects? What does a dual effect mean? Actually, it is the 2 effects of every transaction. As I said, every transaction is having 2 effects. 2 effects are said to be dual effects. Of what? Of a transaction. Which transaction? Business transaction, economic transaction, cash, credit or other. Yes. So we have learned about the 2 effects of a transaction in illustration 3. Yes. Okay, so illustration 3 I think was the end of lecture 3. Yes, we have understood well that how do you recognize the 2 effects of a transaction. Yes, the entire illustration we have solved. Yeah. So finally, today's topic, moving towards the topic for today, it is types of accounts. The main topic, yes, most important topic. Yeah. So starting with this, we are done with this in the previous lecture. Now we are supposed to talk about this. Types of accounts. Yes. Mainly there are three types of accounts. Personal account, real account and nominal account. Alright, we have a chart for this. This is also given in your textbook, which is types of accounts. This is our topic for today. There are mainly two types: personal accounts and impersonal accounts. Yes, impersonal accounts further are classified as real accounts, nominal accounts. All right. Okay. So the topic for today, types of accounts. Mainly there are two types of accounts: personal accounts, impersonal accounts. Impersonal accounts can be categorized as real accounts, nominal accounts. So overall, mainly there are three types of accounts: personal, real and nominal. Yes, you might be thinking constantly that what is the type of an account, which account I am talking about. Then let me make a point clear here that I am talking about each and every account with regard of mentioning its type. You have understood illustration 3. Yes, illustration 3 is about what? Is about recognizing whether the transaction, illustration 3 if we are talking about. Illustration 2 is about recognizing transaction as cash transaction or credit transaction. If we are talking about illustration 3, in that we have learned about the effects of accounts, the two effects. So if you remember, there were effects such as purchase account, cash account. These are the two effects. Yes. So purchase account, cash account. What is the type of purchase account? What is the type of cash account? What is the type of Whipple's account? Yes, whatever effects you have written. Yes, if you want a better idea, I have a textbook on my desk. Illustration 3 we are talking about. So in that we have two effects, that is cash effect, capital effect. I am talking about the very first transaction. Yes, the very first transaction in illustration 3. It says owner Manoj brought cash of rupees so and so and commenced business. What were the two effects that we wrote? Cash account, capital account. Second transaction we wrote bank account, cash account. Third we wrote purchase account, Bharti Ben's account. So these are the two effects. Now the question is that what is the type of every effect? Bharti Ben's account, the effect that you have written. What is the type of Bharti Ben's account? What is the type of cash account? What is the type of capital account? Yes, that is what we are going to understand in today's lecture. You see, everything is going step by step. We have had an idea about the theory in chapter 1. Chapter 2 teaches us about the recognition, the identification of transactions. What is a transaction? Exchange of goods and services in terms of money. And recording transactions in the books of accounts is the very first step and the most important step of all. Yes. So this entire chapter deals around the types of transactions, its identification and the types of accounts. The very first illustration, that whether the transaction is economic or is non-economic. Second illustration, whether the transaction is cash or is credit. The third illustration, the two effects of the transaction. Yes. Now further, what are the types of those two effects, those two accounts affected? Yes. So that is the topic for today, types of accounts. Yes. Personal, impersonal, impersonal further real and nominal. Real account further classified as goods account and assets account. Yes. And nominal account, incomes, expenses. Personal accounts, natural person or legal artificial person. Okay. So the three main types of accounts are personal, real and nominal. Alright. Let us go in detail for this. The topic is same, we are just going in detail with this. Okay, the very first type of account, which is personal account. Personal accounts. Now the very first question is that how do you recognize an account to be a personal account? Yes. Which type of account is said to be personal account? The accounts of a natural person or legal artificial person. I'll explain in detail. If we are talking about personal accounts, then which accounts are included in personal accounts? The accounts of a natural person and legal artificial person. You might be thinking that what is a natural person and what is legal artificial person now? Yes, I can explain well. Natural person. Natural person is you and me. Yes, we are a creation of God. Yes, a human being. So Payal's account, yes, comes under the category of personal account. Why? Because Payal is a natural person. Yes, I am a human being. I am a creation of God. I have taken birth. Yes, Payal's account is personal account. Yes, Bharti Ben's account from illustration 3, personal account. Bharti Ben is a natural person. Yes, Vipul's account, personal account. Vipul is a natural person. Yes. Now talking about legal artificial person, we are done with natural person. The explanation of natural person is what I mean. Yes. We are talking about legal artificial person. The very simple example that I can give is, yes, say for example, medical store account, the way medical stores account, legal artificial person. That is a medical store run by a natural person. Any institute, any hospital, any school, yes, is legal artificial person. Yes, you have several examples in your textbook also. Let us read them. After illustration 3, you are having a topic which says types of accounts and classification that we have already understood well. And we are talking about personal accounts. Yes. So, live persons, I am a live person, you are a live person. Yes. That is the natural person. Yeah. Okay. So, example that we have here is Parag medical store account, LIC's account, and Dharmendra's account, Raman's account, Hetal's account. Yes. So simply speaking, natural person is a live person just like you and me. This is an individual's account. Legal artificial person is an account of some institution or any such medical store, anything, right? So I hope you are clear with the topic of personal account, that which accounts come under the category of personal accounts. Also, you know, the debtors, creditors, they all come under the category of personal account. Why? Debtors are the people, are your customers. Yes, you are having live customers, they are human beings. Debtors are a natural person. Similarly, creditors are also a natural person. So, creditors, debtors all come under the category of personal accounts. Yes. Then, legal artificial person. As I have given you example of any medical store, any school, your school's account. Yes, that is a legal artificial person. So, uska account bhi kaha jayega personal account. Okay. Further, it will be clear when now we will be solving practical sums or illustrations with same regard. Now moving ahead with the second type of account, which is real account. It is classified in two categories, first of which is goods account and assets account. Goods account, purchase of goods, sale of goods. Yes, all these types of accounts are under the category of real account. Yes, goods account. All the accounts related to goods are real accounts. In your textbook we will read real accounts. The topic about real accounts we are reading. The two types of accounts arises, goods accounts and assets account. Goods accounts, products which are dealt with by the businessman are treated as goods. You know this very well. Different kinds of goods related transactions are made. Keeping in mind the type of transaction, it is recorded in the goods related appropriate account. Purchase account, sales account, purchase return account, sales return account, goods destroyed by fire account, goods withdrawn for personal use account. These are all considered to be real accounts. All right. So I hope you understand the first part of real account, which is of goods account. In short, all the transactions related to goods, the effects of which are purchase account, sales account, will come under the category of real accounts. Yes, the examples are given in your textbook, such as purchase account, sales account, purchase written, sales written, goods destroyed by fire, goods given as charity, goods given for advertisement, etc., etc. In short, everything related to goods. And what are goods? The item in which the trader is trading. Yes. In short, the item for which an individual is doing business. अगर आप किसी चीज़ का बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, तो जिस चीज़ का बिजनेस आप कर रहे हैं, जिस प्रोडक्ट का बिजनेस आप कर रहे हैं, that is said to be goods. Yes. So when you purchase those products, it is purchase of goods. When you sell them, it is sale of goods. Yes. All right. Then the second part of real accounts, it is assets account. All the assets, each and every asset comes under the category of real account. Yes, furniture, machine, land, building, everything. Yes. So see, tangible as well as intangible given in your textbook. Yes, all types of accounts related to assets come under the category of real accounts. Yes. So this is all about real accounts. This is the second type of account. We are dealing with the topic of types of accounts. Yes, of which the very first type was personal accounts. What is included in personal accounts? A natural person just like you and me, legal artificial person, any institute, any trust, a hospital, a school, yes, a medical store, anything. All of that comes under the category of legal artificial person and thus will become a personal account. Second type that we are learning and we are understanding is real account. All the accounts related to goods and assets come under the category of real accounts. If we are talking about goods, then purchase, sales, purchase written, sales written, etc., etc. are goods account and thus are real accounts. If you are talking about assets, you already know the meaning of assets. We have understood this well in the lectures of chapter 1. All the assets come under the category of real accounts. Land, building, furniture, tangible, intangible, all the assets come under the category of real accounts. Yes? Fine. Then the last type of account, nominal account. Yes. Now you have categorized everything: a person's account, an institute's account, goods accounts, assets accounts. So most of the items of the business have been classified on the basis of the types of accounts, that you will say this is personal account, this is real account because this is goods account, or this is assets account, and that is the reason this is real account. But an important point to be noted here is that we are still left with the incomes and expenses. Yes, you are conducting expenses to operate your business. to receive or to make some sort of profit in the form of income. To receive some income in the form of profit, I can say. Yes. So there are incomes in the business, there are also expenses. When the income is more compared to the expenses, it is profit, and vice versa. Yes. So all the incomes and expenses come under the category of nominal accounts. Yes. Every type of income and every type of expense, yes, comes under the category of nominal account. Yes. So expense, salary paid, rent paid, commission paid, anything paid, yes, for which some benefit is received, is an expense. खर्चा, आपके बिजनेस में हो रहे खर्चे, is an expense. So every expense is nominal account. Salary account, nominal account. Wages account, nominal account. Similarly, incomes. If you have received rent, if you have received commission, if you have received discount, yes, then all of them come under the category of nominal account. Yes. So we'll quickly revise personal accounts: natural person, legal artificial person; real accounts, goods accounts, assets accounts; nominal accounts, incomes account and expenses account. All right. So if you are clear with the concept, then let us begin solving an illustration for same regard, with same regard. Yes. So here we have in your textbook the illustration number 4, which says classify the following accounts and give explanation in brief. Yes. Previous to that, there is a topic of nominal accounts that I have just explained you. It says accounts of income and accounts of expenses. Accounts of incomes, over there the names of the incomes are written, and accounts of expense, over there the names of all the expenses are written. Yes, you should read it well for your convenience. Yes. See, yes, let us read. Accounts of income: interest received, discount received, dividend received, rent. What is a dividend? You will get to know in the chapters ahead, or maybe in 12th standard, not to worry for now. Dividend, in simple terms, if I say, it is the return paid on the investment of shares. Yes, dividend received is an income. Yeah. Then accounts of expenses: wages, carriage, postage expense, stationery expense, salary expense, depreciation, etc., etc. These are all accounts of expenses. Yes. So all the accounts of income and all the accounts of expenses are under the category of nominal accounts. Yes. So I hope you were able to understand this topic, and on this basis we are going to start with illustration 4. Yes. Please pay attention. I hope you have your textbook with you. Even I have it on my desk. We'll read it one by one. What we are supposed to do is that we are supposed to mention the type of the account, and we are supposed to give brief explanation. Yes, that why this type of account is this. Yes. Okay. The very first thing is Navjeevan Commerce College account. Commerce College account. Navjeevan Commerce College account. Yes, this is a college. Navjeevan Commerce College account is a legal artificial person, is not a natural person. Yes, so this is personal account. I have already explained. A school, a college, a hospital, a medical store, इन सबके accounts वो आते हैं personal account में. Why? Because these are legal artificial persons. Yes. So next, drawings. Drawings again is personal account. It discloses particulars about withdrawal done by owner of business. Okay, drawings is not a new word. This definition has been explained to you well in chapter 1. Yes. What is drawings? Drawings is an amount withdrawn by the owner from business for his personal use. Yes. So drawings is done by the owner. Owner is a natural person and hence drawings account is a personal account. What does drawings show? It discloses particulars. Particulars means information. It discloses information about the amount withdrawn by the owner from business for personal use. Then cash account. Cash account is a real account, asset account. Cash is current asset of business. Cash account or say cash balance. Cash. Cash किसका है? Business का. Yes. Is under the ownership of business. Yes. Anything under the ownership of business, yes, is an asset. Yeah. So cash this way is an asset. I have explained this in chapter 1. Cash balance is a current asset. You know, cash balance keeps on fluctuating. Cash is required in the business for day-to-day activities. Yes. Cash balance, पैसे, business के पैसे is an asset. Yes. क्यों? क्योंकि वो business के पैसे हैं. Yes, it is in the ownership of business. Cash is an asset, and all the assets come under the category of real accounts. We have just understood this. Yes, while understanding the types of accounts, we have understood about real accounts. In that, accounts of goods and accounts of all the assets are included. Yeah, I repeat, under real account, all the accounts of goods and assets are included. Cash is an asset and hence is a real account. And the brief explanation says that cash is current asset of business. Yes. Okay. Then donation account. Donation. Now, whenever you donate something from business, yes, it is considered to be an expense because you don't charge for donation. Of course, na? Then it's not donation if you are charging. Yes, it's a very simple point. So donation account is donation actually is considered to be an expense for the business, and this way donation account comes under the category of nominal accounts, as all the accounts of expenses are included in nominal accounts. Yes. So donation account is a nominal account, and the brief explanation for which says that it is a business expense. Yes. डोनेट कर रहे हैं आप तो आप उसके पैसे तो नहीं लेंगे. Yes. डोनेशन उसे ही कहा जाता है for which you don't charge, but still something is going out of your business. So this is to be considered as a business expense. Okay, the fifth point, fifth item, which is machinery account. Machine is an asset. Yes, of course, machinery is an asset. We have understood this while understanding the concept of assets. Yes, if I am not wrong. Yeah. So machinery is an asset. Asset is a part of real account. Yes. So again, machinery account, real account, asset account. Machinery is non-current fixed asset of business. You know this very well. Yes, that machine is a non-current asset of business. Yes. All right. Then land account. Land, building, machine. Yes. Everything comes under the category of assets. All the assets are a part of real accounts. So land again is a real account, asset account. Explanation: land is a non-current fixed asset of business. Yes, I hope you are able to understand the sorry, the concept is quite easy. Okay, the seventh item mentioned in the question, seventh account I mean, it says Raj Medical Stores account. Raj Medical Store, a medical store. Yes, medical store is a legal artificial person. Yes, medical store, of course, medical store account. It is run by natural person, no doubt, but it itself is not a natural person. Yeah, it is a legal artificial person, and hence Raj Medical Store is a personal account. All right, fine. Then salary account. Salary account is always nominal account and is always an expense. You will say, ma'am, why always expense? Why not income? ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है ना कि हमें सैलरी मिल रही है. Yes, पर यहाँ पे ऐसा क्यों नहीं हो सकता? Because the business is yours. अब आपके बिजनेस में आपको कोई सैलरी देगा या आप किसी को सैलरी देंगे? Think. Obviously you are going to pay. So salary is always an expense. Yes, the salary that you will pay is an expense, and hence it is a nominal account. All the accounts of expenses and incomes come under the category of nominal accounts, and salary is again one such expense, right? Then carriage inward account, again it is nominal account. Carriage inward is expense of business. Now first of all, what is carriage inward? Carriage inward is an expense, is purchase expense. Carriage inward is an expense paid to carry goods that you have purchased. Yes. So carriage inward is an expense, and expense is always a nominal account. Yes. Next, furniture account. Furniture is an asset, of course, and assets come under the category of real accounts. Yes. So furniture is real account, asset account. Furniture is a non-current fixed asset. Yes. Okay. Then carriage outward account. Just like we had carriage inward account, there is carriage outward account. Carriage inward is purchase expense. Carriage outward is sales expense. Yes. An expense for carrying goods. Yes. Is carriage inward or carriage outward? Yes. So carriage outward again is an expense, and all the expenses come under the category of nominal accounts. Alright. Then stationery account. It is actually stationery expense account and not stationery account. Alright. Stationery expense. Yes. Stationery account or stationery expense account. Yes. Stationery, the things that are required in your business, a pen, book, pen, pencil, anything, all the expenses related to stationery. Yes. So this is also an expense, you need to pay for that. Yes, nobody is providing you this services for free, isn't it? So stationery expense is again a nominal account because it is an expense. Yes. Then wages account. Wages, I have explained this. Wages is मजदूरी जो आप पे करते हैं. Yes. So wages is again an expense. An expense comes under the category of nominal accounts always. Yes, expense is a nominal account. All the expenses come under the category of nominal accounts. Yes, wages, daily wages, mazduri. Yes, so wages is is an expense for business, and hence wages is nominal account. Copyright account. Copyright, if you remember, it is non-current intangible asset. Yes. Copyright, we have understood this, we have learned this word while understanding the concept of assets. Yes. Copyright is an intangible asset, and all the assets are a part of real accounts. Yes. So copyright account is a real account. Asset account, copyright is a non-current fixed intangible asset of business. Yes. Then interest received account. Interest received, you have received, that means this is your income. Yes, interest received is an income for the business. Yes, is an income of the business. Yes, and all the incomes come under the category of nominal account. Yes, if it was interest paid instead of interest received, still it was a nominal account. Yes, because interest paid is your expense and interest received is your income. But both income and expense come under the category of nominal account. Yes, fine then. Next that we have is Union Bank account. Now bank is an institute. Bank comes under the category of personal account. Yes, Union Bank account is personal account. Why? Because Union Bank is a legal artificial person. Yes, and all the legal artificial persons come under the category of personal accounts. Union Bank is one legal artificial person and hence Union Bank account is a personal account. Yes, so I think that's all for today. The illustration will be continued further in the next lecture. We have classified 16 accounts from illustration 4 in today's lecture, and in next lecture we are going to continue from number 17 from illustration 4 that we have been doing. Yes, so you have to please go through the concept of types of accounts. Yes, read in detail that which are the types of accounts included in personal, real and nominal accounts. Yes, and also on those basis try to classify the accounts. Yes, the sum is also given in the exercise, so you can try solving that on the basis of the explanation that has been given to you about types of accounts today. Yes, so we'll see you all soon in the next lecture. Till then, please stay home, stay safe and study well.